So welcome back. It's always a fun thing. Is you always start out with all right in every single video because that's what a lot of amateurs do. And I'm not going to say I'm a pro or anything, but I am stupid amateur when it comes to this type of thing. But last episode, the speaker told me to go speak to the gunsmith to get a weapon, I believe. I can't quite remember. But in this episode, I'd like to give my opinion on microtransactions and if they impact a game or not. Alright, what do you got for me? Ooh, yes. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the auto rifle. Because I've been using the scout too long and it's kind of poopy. So I'm gonna go ahead and just delve into this. Alright, so Tess Everest here was introduced
See if we have something special for you.
right before SRL came out, I think. And then, which was in December, and then SRL was released, and she's just kind of been prominent ever since. But the Eververse are the microtransactions of this game, and you get the stupid in-game currency that microtransaction games like to have, and then you can buy silver. And if you click buy silver, that will open up the PlayStation Store or the Xbox Store? I don't even know what the Xbox Store is called. And you can therefore buy silver, and then you can spend it on stuff. Now, I like the way Destiny has done it. What I don't like is the fact that this is something you can buy. Now, the Sterling Treasure, you can get 4, I believe, every week. You can get one from your weekly reset from your postmaster. You can get one from, I think you can get 3 every week. You can get one from the weekly Crucible match. And then you can get one from a level 41 Prison of Elders run. And you can get them in game, and they're super easy to get. It just takes a little bit of time. Or you can buy them, and in them you can get your armor and stuff. Like, we can actually look inside of it and see what's inside. Now, I've gotten everything in this at least once, except for these two. I haven't gotten the Spectar Bond or the Spectar's Mark yet. And that's the one thing I don't like, is because you can infuse that with any piece of armor and actually give you a piece of armor. And it's kind of like a pay-to-win thing, but it's not, because they start out at such a low light level. Now, the emotes is perfectly fine. Emotes are fine. But the thing is, it can leave you feeling left out with others, like your friends. If they spend money on this, you could feel left out because you're not buying these things, and it can pressure children into buying it and stuff. But then again, why are children, playing T-rated game? I'm talking young children. I'm not talking like older children like my age. Emotes are fine. These emotes and their sales is the reason why Rise of Iron is going to be $30. It's perfect. It's just the Sterling Treasures I don't believe should be microtransactions. Now, other games that milk microtransactions, mobile games like only Candy Crush comes to mind, and I don't actually know why. Is that what's going on with my monitor? What is that? Uh-oh. It's not appearing on the recording. Something right here is on my monitor. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off, but we're going to find our destination first. So we're going to go back to the moon and do the Sword of Crota quest. So, microtransactions like Candy Crush, where you get an extra push into... Oh, that line's still there. You get an extra push for more lives and stuff, and it's kind of strange to think about, like, oh yeah, you can play our free game,
the moon fell to Crota,
but you can also pay $200 and get 200 lives.
Now Crota sleeps.
$1 a life. It's kind of a pay-to-win model. That's exactly what it is. Now, like Fallout Shelter, when it was released, it was like mind-blowing. It's like, yeah, we got microtransactions. You can help support us. You'll get some items, but yeah, they aren't needed for the game. They aren't needed, and we're not gonna push them on you. It's completely optional. It's like, yeah, that's the direction it needs to go in. And like Pokemon Go, it's like, you don't need them. They're there. Or even Pokemon Shuffle. It's like, yeah, you definitely don't need them, but they're there if you need them. I do not appreciate microtransactions, and unfortunately, all right, sorry about that. Had a phone call, and I was up here. Actually, I had to move. So it's still the same mission, still the same run. We're going to the Sword of Crota for Eris because she feels the speaker is stupid, which is kind of to be expected because when I played this the first time, my first playthrough and everything, and the beta put in play, I completely expected the speaker to turn because he just doesn't look like a trustworthy guy. It's like, oh, I speak for the Traveler. And it's like, okay, so you can actually misinterpret a message or on purpose do that if, like, say, for example, Dead Orbit upsets you. Or if New Monarchy upsets you. You can say, oh, the Traveler says this, and then it's just kind of a fiasco. Speaker, I hope they expand his character later because he does not get enough love. We gotta kill our first
This is where we'll find
him
it.
here.
I hope you're ready.
No, it is. Is there a chest in here? Nope. No chest. Alright. Because I always have an issue. Hey, there he is. That when this guy comes out, there's always another player that just happens to show up at the same time to kill it. Oh, there you are. Come back, I'm gonna kill you. The Ur Prince.
One down. I'll lead us to the others.
Yay, one down. Go this way. Go this way. That's gonna blow up. I'm gonna die. Ah, no! Whoa! Can we call one in here? No! Which means he rode through that the entire temple.
I won't settle you, but I'm tracking the sword by the light of the guardians it's killed. It's further below.
Oh yeah, I was talking about microtransactions. Yeah, if you use it to need to be part of the game, it's like, oh yeah, you can do this, but in order to actually play the game at a decent rate, you need to buy this item. You're a dick. That's not nice. Use microtransactions to support your free game without them being game-breaking or needed to be the game. Like, Destiny is not needed. You can get a full set of Spectre armor from your Sterling Treasures in about 2 weeks. It's really just, it's not needed. I mean, come on, microtransactions really aren't needed, especially for a $60 game at retail. Now, I know they needed to do that to make up for the fact that I'm playing the Collector's Edition, I think is what it is, Legendary Edition of Destiny the Taken King, and that came with all the DLC they worked with, including the Taken King and Vanilla Destiny. So they took a huge hit deciding to bundle all that together, and that's not happening again with Rise of Iron. You will need to buy the game separate next time. Ooh, and they are needed to play it, which is kind of bull. But as long as your microtransactions work and they don't upset your player base, then do it. But they aren't needed, then don't. Like Black Ops 3 supply drops. You know they made their money on that game when it came out. They made their money, they always do. But they still insist on doing the Black Ops 3 supply drops, and it's at least it's not as bad and as pay to win as Advanced Warfare was with the weapon variants. Because good lord, if you can get an Obsidian Steed and the Speakeasy, I believe, the Obsidian Steed, and then the
Grab the sword.
Can't even
That
remember
should
the
lure them out.
HBR's
Careful. Its power
variant,
is
the Insanity,
done.
HBRA3, I'm sorry, Insanity. That was a pay-to-win model. I don't care what you say. It's a pay for a chance to win, but it's still a pay-to-win model. Now, Black Ops 3's is just kind of annoying because they said there will be no microtransactions and everything could have been earned in the game. And it's just a whole different story. It's just... It's so disappointing to see a company take that route. It's like, really? And I know they're gonna... It's going to be in an Infinite Warfare because the amount of backlash that's had at it. So the PR for the game, the public relations, has been poor. At least they just haven't been out at full damage control. They did do damage control at E3, and it was very prevalent. Oh. But Infinite Warfare is not going to sell as much as they think it will. If they sold COD 4 Remaster by itself, that would be a whole different story. Boom! Gotcha. Okay, where's the prince? Does he come out of the ground? I can't remember if he does.
The princes are coming for the sword.
There he is. Boom. 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 Can you sword jump with this? Yeah. Yep. I wish they kept that with the swords you actually get. But they knew about it. They knew it could be used. Cool. A new scout. 52. Ugh. I miss sword jumping. I get to do it a whole lot in the Year 2 content. I like the sword jumping on the wall between Golgoroth and the sisters in the King's Fall raid. I do not know if this is capturing. The audio is. It's been about 13 minutes, but the timer on my Roxio software is not anymore. Boom! Got ya.
The sword is gone. They say that was one of the most powerful weapons the Hive ever wielded against us. Cryptarchs won't believe this.
Alright. I'll go to Orbit and I'll go ahead and call it an episode and make sure the software's still working. Should probably give my computer a break. I've been doing this for about 4 hours recording. Plan to do a playthrough of Titanfall 2 and a playthrough of maybe Battlefield 1 if my graphics card will hold it. I will get Titanfall 2 on PS4 because there will be more players on it, and I'll get Battlefield 1 on PC because there will be even more players playing that. Let's be real here.